Let's go over the future of the Star Wars franchise when it comes to actor Mark Hamill. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, at the very end of The Last Jedi, we witnessed the death of a legend, the Jedi Master himself, Luke Skywalker. Now, this was a big decision by both the writer and director Rian Johnson, that he had to kill off Luke in The Last Jedi, leading into Episode 9. Now, this left a lot of fans, wondering on whether or not we will be getting a Force ghost of Luke in Episode 9. As far as Mark Hamill knows, and we do have an update, as far as Mark Hamill knows, there's no plans for Luke Skywalker in the form of a Force ghost. In fact, in previous interviews with ABC, Mark Hamill has expressed, "Put in a good word for me when it comes to his return, at least in some way like that, for the final film in the sequel trilogy." So let's keep our fingers crossed that he actually does get to make an appearance in the form of a Force ghost. Now, in another interview by ABC, Mark Hamill goes over his feelings and his involvement within the Star Wars franchise and the future, etc. And this is what Mark Hamill had to say. "It really has tarnished my ability to enjoy it to its fullest," Hamill said, speaking about the loss of Fisher and returning to Star Wars. "You were asking earlier, are you gonna come back?" Mark Hamill states, "I don't care anymore on that level, because Han Solo is gone, Luke is gone. You just can't get the band back together the way you wanted it to be, and it shouldn't be that way. It is what it is. Rather than being sorry that we can't have more of her, I'm just grateful that we had the time with her that we did." And aside from that whole entire interview with Mark Hamill and ABC, where he's going over how he doesn't care about it anymore on that level, and how, he doesn't really feel all that right when it comes to the certain position right now on the Star Wars franchise of how all the heroes are essentially gone. No more Han Solo, no more Leia, no more Luke. So, leading into Episode 9, Mark Hamill has no clue if he's going to be returning in any way, shape, or form, even in the form of a Force ghost. In fact, he did confirm on a podcast called Sway Podcast, I'll try to remember to link it below in the description, and maybe I'll expand on this in the future, is that he did in fact confirm that Luke Skywalker would not be returning in Episode 9 as far as, a living Luke goes. That's actually confirmed, and that is what Lucasfilm had to say to Mark Hamill. They actually told him, "Don't get your hopes up, you're dead." That's what they had to say to him, if you listen to the podcast. But overall, guys, what do you think about all of this? How do you feel about Mark Hamill? I honestly feel really bad. I mean, I've seen in many different interviews that I have seen, watching him and his reactions, his expressions, and sometimes, he comes off as all cheery and very talkative, and other times, he really seems like he's down in the dumps, and I just don't really know what's stirring up within his head right now when it comes to the current situation of the Star Wars franchise and the community and the backlash, you name it. So drop a comment below, let me know how you feel about Mark Hamill, how he doesn't care about the Star Wars franchise anymore when it comes to himself and him returning. So Mark Hamill is in fact done with Star Wars, he's over it all, and let me know what you think about this. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night.